from pictures that your mother took of you.
Thank you. Thank you. You may have a seat. That was certainly a celebration. I think you guys are by far the loudest crowd we have had at a graduation. Keeping it in the spirit, I like that. Good evening, everyone. My name is Rick Coy, and I am the Associate Director of Student Athlete Development. I would like to start tonight's program by introducing our Athletic Director, Dan Guerrero.
Wow, how cool is this? College career to celebrate, memories that will last a lifetime, Bruins forever. It's a great pleasure to welcome you to tonight's student athlete graduation ceremony, clearly one of the highlights of the year, if not the highlight of the year. During the course of each year, as administrators, faculty, staff, coaches, student athletes, we strive every day to be the very best that we can be. In doing so, we experience a great number of wins, and occasionally, a couple of losses here and there. But tonight, we clearly all win. Champions Made Here is our mantra, and I can assure you with the highest degree of confidence that it's our mission, indeed our purpose, to work hard to live up to that standard of excellence every day. So proud of this program, what we stand for, what we represent, and I'm delighted to see so many graduates here with all of their families and friends here to celebrate this wonderful occasion. Graduates, the sky is not just the limit for you. It's only the beginning. You all belong among the stars, shining brightly on the rest of the world. We will all be watching, and we'll all be wishing you the very best as you move on to your future endeavors. Thank you for everything that you've done for UCLA, for this athletic program, for your alma mater, and of course, for all your families. Congratulations. Go Bruins.
Thank you, Dan. To make the honor roll at UCLA, you need to have a 3.0 or better. In the 2016 fall quarter, we had a record 341 student athletes on the honor roll. Of the 341, 145 had a GPA of 3.5 or better, and 15 had a perfect 4.0. In the 2017 winter quarter, we had 321 student athletes on the honor roll. Of the 321, 151 had a GPA of 3.5 or better, and 24 had a perfect 4.0. Now, those are some pretty impressive numbers, but what's even more impressive is the following 10 graduates made the director's honor roll every quarter that they were at UCLA. So when I call your name, please stand up. From women's basketball, Carrie Corver. From football, Dylan Luther. From gymnastics, Michaela Gerber. From rowing, Marie Jacquette. From soccer, Alyssa Alabra. From soccer, Annie Alvarado. From beach volleyball, Camila Tan. From swimming and diving, Annika Lenz. From men's tennis, Michael Guzman. And from women's volleyball, Jenny Frager. I would also like to recognize the following student athletes who ventured out into the big, bad, real world, but came back to UCLA to finish up that degree. Please stand when I call your name. From men's basketball, Ryan Walcott. From women's golf, Allison Lee. From gymnastics, Maddie Larson. From men's soccer, Brian Perk. And from men's soccer, Javen Torre Howell. I like that, Javen. Your future's so bright, you got to wear shades. I get it. I get it. I see where you're going with that. Now, we also have a few coaches tonight that may be extra emotional because they're not only watching one of their student athletes graduate, they're also watching one of their children graduate. We have gymnastics coach Chris Waller, whose daughter Alec Waller is graduating. Billy Martin, our men's tennis coach. His son Travis is graduating tonight. And basketball coach Steve Alford. His son Bryce is graduating tonight. So, Coach, feeling a little emotional? Did you ask him that? I mean, think about it, Coach. I mean, that first time Brycey made that basket in the driveway, the first time Brycey beat you in one-on-one, Nothing? No tears? All right. We're going to work on that. Sorry, Bryce. Every year, the Pac-12 awards postgraduate scholarships to one male and one female student athlete in the amount of $9,000 each. The recipients are selected by each Pac-12 institution. Our senior academic counselor, Linda Lassiter, will help present this award. The UCLA male recipient of this year's Pac-12 postgraduate scholarship could not be with us tonight. He completed his degree and graduated in the fall of 2016, and he's currently working. See, guys, there's hope. There's hope. He's got a job. But we can give him a loud shout out because he said he'd be watching the live feed of our program tonight. So, congratulations to men's water polo player Garrett Danner. Now, our female recipient, she is with us tonight. The UCLA female recipient of this year's Pac-12 postgraduate scholarship is Camila Tan from beach volleyball. Come on up, Camila. No, wait, now hold tight, Camila, because as long as we have you up here, Camila Tan was also selected as the 2017 Arthur Ashe Jr. Sports Scholar Award winner for women's beach volleyball and as one of the 20 Scholar Award semifinalists. The Arthur Ashe Jr. Sports Scholar Award is designed to honor undergraduate students who have excelled in the classroom as well as in competition. In addition to their athletic ability and academic performance, Arthur Ashe Jr. sports scholars demonstrate a commitment to community service and student leadership. Congratulations, Camila. Our next award is the Pac-12 Tom Hansen Conference Medal. It is awarded annually to the outstanding senior male and female student athlete at each Pac-12 institution that exhibits the greatest combination of performance and achievement in scholarship, athletics, and leadership. Helping present this award is Greg Loza, our eligibility coordinator. This year's Pac-12 medal winners representing UCLA are, from women's basketball, Carrie Corver. And from men's soccer, Felix Vobeda. This year at the National Association of Collegiate Directors of Athletics National Convention, the Wilma Rudolph Student Athlete Achievement Award was presented to 5 student athletes nationally. This award is intended to honor student athletes who have overcome great personal, academic, medical, and/or emotional odds to achieve academic success while participating in intercollegiate athletics. These student athletes have persevered and made personal strides towards success. Tonight, we are honored to have one of those recipients in our 2017 graduating class. Take a look at the video board, and you will see why this young man is so deserving of this award.
First of all, why would you want to listen to me? Who am I? I mean, come on. I'm a lecturer at UCLA. I teach public speaking, so I get to know my students very well. They're small classes. It's all about them making their personal narratives. But if you want to excuse me for a second, I'm going to read to you. Have you ever faced the possibility of losing everything? Have you ever faced your body, a highly tuned instrument, world-class sport becoming a torture chamber of endless agony. This goes on and on, but that's basically how I began my letter of recommendation. He went through really well.
So in the summer of 2015, I was attending summer classes at UCLA and training, getting ready for fall baseball. And I started having some really severe abdominal pain, and it kept getting worse and worse. I remember going to class, and I'd have to like stand in the back of class just because if like the pain hit, and I'd have to run to the restroom. Basically, ulcerative colitis is an autoimmune disease where your body essentially thinks that your large intestine or colon is the same. It thinks that it's foreign, and it starts breaking it down. So when I went home, I was happy to at least know what was going on, what was causing so much pain. But things didn't get any better. The first night back home, having my birthday, took this other medication, had an allergic reaction to that, which sent me back in the hospital for over a week again. And so while I was in the hospital, I caught an infection called C. diff, which essentially is, for treatment-wise, is like the opposite of what you want to do for ulcerative colitis. So we're kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place, which meant even with the medication, there wasn't a whole lot we could do. So we had to opt for a surgery, which is a bypass surgery, essentially, to keep food from getting to my large intestine. So I had the surgery done with some other minor complications along the way. And so I got out of the hospital, then it was all about getting back for baseball.
I remember hearing that Nick was sick. I didn't really know the extent of his illness until I saw him back on campus about 40 pounds lighter.
I called my doctor, told him what was going on, and they rushed me back into the hospital again, got me on as much medication as they could, and it just wasn't working. So then it was the big surgery. There's no other choice but to just have my entire large intestine removed. Before that surgery, I was pretty weak. Things weren't looking good. Where are my brothers coming in? And I didn't know if I was going to see them again. Even through all the steps of the surgeries, each time, I kind of keep in mind that, this isn't just my story. This is just part of the comeback.
Nick, doing what Nick does, I consider him like the comeback kid. Not only did he return to baseball and getting the job done academically, but he went above and beyond in leadership role as well with our SAMS program. He's our co-president of the organization. He helped spearhead our health and wellness fair this year. He was a representative at the Apple Training Institute this year, just doing more than would have been expected of anybody.
In answer to the question, what does this all mean? When I'm faced with different things, and nothing like the issues that Nick's faced, I always come down to the basics. Get over yourself. And would never tell him that, but that's something I think he told himself. I got to get over myself and get on with my life and help other people get on with their lives.
The love that I received and experienced from my family, and especially my parents and my brothers, friends, teammates, that's how I'm able to look at all the pain that I went through and go, you know what, at the end of the day, it was probably a net positive, and that as much as I didn't like all the stuff that was happening, those people almost made it worth it.
Please welcome the winner of the Wilma Rudolph Student Athlete Achievement Award, Mr. Nick Kern. It is one thing to be a student athlete at UCLA, but to be called a Scholar Athlete of the Year takes a great amount of academic discipline, superior time management skills, and an overpowering desire to succeed. And that's just what our two Scholar Athletes of the Year did. They are the graduating male and female student athlete with the highest cumulative grade point averages. Janae Davis, our Associate Athletic Director of Academics and Student Services, and Mike Casillas, Director of Student Athlete Counseling and Peer Learning, will help present our Scholar Athletes of the Year with their medals. Oh, Mike, you have a fan. Our female winner entered UCLA in the fall of 2013. She is a psychobiology major with a cumulative GPA of 3.906. She has been on the director's honor roll every quarter at UCLA, getting a 4.0 8 of those quarters. Take a look at the big screen and our female Scholar Athlete of the Year.
In one word, I would describe Ani as passionate.
Hardworking. Determined.
I would say she's intent. She won't rest until she knows for sure whatever she needs to know is committed to memory, whether it be, if it's simple as just memorizing one thing to be able to regurgitate, or to be able to understand a concept and then use that kind of in a practical application. I think that she just won't stop until she's kind of got that figured out.
Anya's probably the most hardworking person I know, and I think it really helps the team because, especially while we're traveling, at the end of a competition, we're all really tired and exhausted, and we just want to relax and watch Netflix. But Anya's always in the lobby studying, and then it makes us go oh man, maybe we should go and study too. So I think she always keeps us on our toes and makes sure we're studying.
She's always had a plan. She came to UCLA truly for the student athlete experience and also the academic experience. And when you hear students say they picked UCLA for that reason, she means it, and she lived up to it. She is, and I know she could disprove this because she's really smart, and you can't have two 100%, but she is 100% student and 100% athlete. She gives all to both sides, and she is the ideal and true student athlete.
She's very, very self-motivated. In diving, she always does one more. If our coach says do 5, she'll do 10. In school, she, one of our teammates said that Ani was grocery shopping and she was studying and grocery shopping. So she's a good multitasker. She always figures out a way to get her studying in, and that helps the team because when I see Ani studying, then I'm more motivated to study. Especially if I have Ani in the class with me, she'll say, "Oh, did you read this?" And I'm like, "No, but now I will."
She's very smart and she sees everything, and I think she's able to kind of push and guide people in the line that I think ultimately helps to make them better.
Please welcome to the stage our female Scholar Athlete of the Year, Annika Lenz. Our male winner entered UCLA in the fall of 2013. He is a political science major and has a cumulative grade point average of 3.658. He has been on the director's honor roll 8 quarters at UCLA, getting a 4.0 3 of those quarters. Once again, take a look at the big screen and our male Scholar Athlete of the Year.
If I had to describe Schwab in one word, I think it would be consistent.
Enjoyable.
I'll say ambitious.
I'm going to use 2 words, fully committed. I think he is the ideal student athlete at UCLA because of the balance that he's been able to demonstrate between academics and athletics. And I talked about the word fully committed, or the words fully committed. And you see a guy who's able to be fully committed academically and fully committed on the football field and still keep that great balance. And it's rare and it's hard to do.
Especially for me, he really impacted my life early on for the college career. I could see as a role model both on and off the field. He was a very hard worker on the field, and he was able to translate it well off the field. And I really looked up to him in terms of that. He was able to, balance out, both school and football. So I really appreciate it.
He came in from day one committed to academics, personal betterment, and helping the team. So he's visible and active and really respectful. People here in the suite acknowledge that and tell me, who's that football guy? He holds doors open to people. He's polite. He says hello. So he's a great all-around young man.
Well, obviously he's a hard worker on the field, but off the field it's something else. So I think that he just kind of sets the standard for everybody else. He kind of, raises the bar, make sure, if I'm getting good grades, you guys should too. And he's always willing to help too. He's always there with his coffee in one hand and his study guide in the other.
Schwabi's an inspiration to a lot of guys on our team. He's an inspiration because, as a walk-on who hasn't played a lot in games, he still would come to practice with a great attitude every day, work as hard as he could, showed a level of selflessness that was inspiring. Our players were also very aware of the success that he was having academically, and they respected that. And I think a lot of them aspired to try to match that. They said, if he's doing it, I can do it.
I'd like to bring to the stage our Male Scholar Athlete of the Year, Thomas Schwab. And now I'd like to introduce former UCLA student athlete and current director of the Bruin Varsity Club, Kat Lauer.
Hi everyone, my name is Kat Lauer and I'm the director of the Bruin Varsity Club here at UCLA, which is made up of over 12,000 former student athletes. I am standing here tonight to officially welcome you into this exciting athletic community. As you prepare to leave UCLA as an alumni and begin your next journey, know that you are now a part of a bigger family. You will always be tied to UCLA athletics and our common bond of having competed at the greatest university in the world. All former student athletes are automatically enrolled as members of the Bruin Varsity Club. With that membership, you have endless resources here at UCLA. Whether it involves our mentoring and networking efforts, homecoming tailgate, men's basketball pregame, and team reunions, you will always have a lifetime pass to all UCLA home sporting events and home football games as well. Now, hold up your Bruin Varsity Club rings. Your Bruin Varsity Club senior ring awarded to you represents the blood, sweat, and tears you put into being a student athlete. Just like a ring is a circle that represents never-ending commitment, this ring will always serve as a reminder that you are a Bruin for life. I wish you the best as you start this new chapter, and I hope to see you all very soon. Congratulations, class of 2017, and go Bruins.
Yes, Bruin Varsity Club. They like what they saw, and they put a ring on it. I used that last year, too, and I got a bigger laugh. But anyway, I'll work on my material. But I do hope to see you all at these events, because this is our way to get to see you again and again and again. So I'm looking forward to it. Well, I've done enough talking, so it's time to hear from a few of your fellow classmates. First, I would like to bring to the stage from swimming and diving, Annika Lenz.
There's once a little girl who loved USC. She owned the little cheerleading outfit, went to all the football games, and knew all the words to the fight song. That little girl was me. Little did I know that I would become a Bruin, the once sought-out rival. We all come from different backgrounds, whether UCLA was our dream school or not, whether we're from California or across the globe, or we're Olympians or walk-ons. But despite our differences, we all share something in common. We are UCLA student athletes. Being a student athlete at UCLA has been an unforgettable experience. Whether being on the field, on the court, or in the pool, representing UCLA is unmatched to any other feeling, an experience I would not trade in a million years. The lessons we learned taught us not only to balance our schedule, have time management, work together as a team, but these experiences also instilled traits that strengthened our character, fueled our passion to succeed, and pushed us mentally and physically past what we thought we were capable of. I can't even imagine going to UCLA without being an athlete. We get all the perks of the tight gear, swag bags, free printing, and priority enrollment. I don't even know how many pages worth of notes I printed at the Morgan Center. Being an athlete, we are always rushing from practice to class to PLF to the training center, training room. We have had early mornings, late nights, sore bodies, broken bones, knocked out teeth. So much is expected of us. It's challenging, but it's also rewarding, and I know all the sacrifices were worth it. You realize it's worth it when you beat USC. You realize it's worth it when you win a national championship. And you realize it's worth it even on the days when you see yourself making small improvements during practice. Even though UCLA has prepared us for life after college, it's still pretty scary not knowing what lies ahead of us. This is the same feeling I felt when I stand at the edge of the 10-meter platform. A rush of adrenaline, exhilaration, a twinge of excitement, and uncertainty. Standing 30 feet above the water, you know there's a possibility that you can smack on the water. And believe me, that's not a pleasant feeling. But you also know that you can perform the dive very well without any splash. We have all had those moments in our sport where we have doubted our abilities and questioned our capability of swimming the extra lap, scoring the goal, or making the touchdown. Despite the fears that we face, we chose to believe in ourselves and overcome those obstacles. It is in those moments of uncertainty where we have proven to ourselves what we are capable of. It may be scary stepping into the real world, not knowing what our future lies ahead of us. However, I think in these moments that have tested our commitment and our ability to push past our fears that have prepared us for the real world. Athletics has provided us with the tools to go out and find our passion and make a difference. I am so honored to be able to speak tonight in front of everyone who has supported us on our journey these past 4 years. I wanted to especially thank Dan Guerrero, all the coaches, athletic trainers, academic staff, teammates, families, and friends. Without your guidance, none of our successes would have been possible, and we would not be sitting here today receiving a diploma from one of the most prestigious universities in the world. Although I was not Bruin born or Bruin bred, I will be a Bruin until the day I'm dead. Congratulations.
And Ani, that's why children don't make decisions. And now, I would like to bring to the stage from men's water polo, Matt Farmer.
Okay. Hello, everyone. I know I kind of asked for this, but I'm very honored to be able to speak for you today. Being a student athlete is pretty difficult, isn't it, guys? Being a student athlete requires so many skills. Some of them Ani already discussed, but those skills are constantly being put to the test. Our emotional control, not to sock some student in the face who's complaining about waking up early for the 9 a.m. class. Our mindful presence, going to class after practice and using literally all the brain power we have just to keep our eyes open. Well, at least I've had that problem. Yeah, it was difficult, but if it wasn't difficult, would it have been worth it? My coach says it all the time, this guy sitting right behind me. If we do everything right, we put ourselves in a position to be successful. Outcomes are never guaranteed. They're not always in our control. What we can control is our mastery of the required skills, the way we prepare, and the way we view ourselves. One of the most important lessons that we've learned at UCLA is that success is not a given. It has to be earned. This applies both academically and athletically. On John Wooden's Pyramid of Success, I assume everybody here is familiar with that. Of the 2 building blocks just under competitive greatness, one of those is confidence. He defines confidence as respect without fear, may come from preparation and keeping all things in the proper perspective. That's a pretty good feeling, isn't it? Respect without fear. To walk into a game, match, meet, or test, knowing that the challenge ahead of you is great, but to feel confident that you have done the right things to put yourself in a position to be successful. And isn't luck that constantly puts UCLA in contention for national championships? It's the preparation. Specifically, the everyday preparation, which stems from the culture that the leaders before us have established and the culture that we have, over our last 4 years, been building. A culture where being mentally and physically pushed by your teammates and coaches is a daily expectation, and knowing that mistakes or little failures are just measures of our capacity for growth. This type of culture can only be built by those who keep things in the proper perspective. The other building block that sits alongside confidence is poise. Just being yourself, being at ease in any situation, never fighting yourself. I think that these 2 blocks being the last step before competitive greatness is telling. I know personally, as many of us do, that being a UCLA athlete can sometimes lead you to a dark place. And whatever your poison, we have questioned who we are and whether being an athlete was right for us. But it was in those times that our teams and our sports were the most important. Having a supportive group that accepts each other for who they are is something that I've been very blessed to find for most of my time at UCLA. My teammates have taught me that being true to oneself and accepting others, along with the day-to-day preparation, is what allows for individuals or teams to put themselves in a position to be successful. I just wanted to close by saying that the night I told Adam that I was coming to UCLA, my mom had her ear pressed up against the other side of the phone so she could listen, and we both heard Adam say, "Welcome to the Bruin family." And that's exactly what UCLA became to me, a family. And I know it has become a family for so many of us here today. The relationships that we've built, from accepting teammates for their similarities and their differences in order to achieve a dream, is something that will remain with us for the rest of our lives. When you've been through the highest of highs and the lowest of lows with a group, it creates a bond of shared experience and emotion that turns into love. With that, I would just like to say thank you to all the Bruin families that have supported the dreams and aspirations of every student athlete here. We've worked very hard for our goals, and you, moms, dads, brothers, sisters, grandparents, have paved the way for us to get up every day and do our best to be the best at what we love to do. And I can't imagine asking for anything more than that. Congratulations, graduates, and remember that because of our experiences as UCLA athletes, we will move on to the next step, ready to face any challenge with confidence and poise. In the words of the late, great Thomas Jefferson, go Bruins.
Ani and Matt, you nailed it. That was great. That was awesome. Let's have a big round of applause again for our 2 speakers. I think we can all agree that a lot of hard work went into getting you here to this day, graduation, and most of it was a result of your hard work and determination. That's why we say champions made here, and academic champions you all are. I would like to take this time to recognize the academic and student services staff who have supported you along the way in all of your academic success. AS2 staff, please stand up and take a bow. Thank you. And moms and dads, where are you? They couldn't have done it without you, and we so appreciate your support and letting them be a part of our Bruin family. And now, it's time to present our student athletes with their academic medals. The academic medals that we will be presenting to our graduating student athletes are being given through a generous donation from the late Rose Gilbert. Her pursuit of academic excellence is evidenced with her teaching and her generosity in funding the many academic scholarships and programs that she has here at UCLA. We will now present the academic medals team by team. We will start with baseball. Scott Burke, sociology. Nick Kern, physical science. Moises Seha, sociology. Brett Stevens, economics. Andrew Schmidt, political science. Brandon Yob, biology. Next, we have men's basketball. Oh, excuse me, women's basketball. My bad, I know. My bad. That's one. I got one. Paulina Hersler, communication studies. Nicole Cornett, sociology. Carrie Corver, communication studies and sociology. Savannah Trapp, sociology. Dominique Williams, communication studies. And now, men's basketball. Bryce Alford, political science. Isaac Hamilton, history. Gerald Smith, political science. Ryan Walcott, history. Next up, we have football. Darren Andrews, political science. Preston Awadizian, physics. Zach Bateman, sociology. Khalil Bell, history. Jayon Brown, political science. Zane Cuavas, political science. Charles Dawson, sociology. Daniel Fields, political science. Christian Garcia, history. Mossy Johnson, African American Studies. John Johnson, political science. Jake Jones, mechanical engineering. Cameron Judge, political science. Kenny Lacey, political science. Dylan Luther, political science. Powasi Moala, political science. Adarius Pickett, political science. Scott Questenberry, political science. Isaac Savunia, history. Thomas Schwab, political science. Adam Searle, political science. Gio Shojima, geography and environmental studies. Alex Staff, political science. Nick Terry, sociology. and football player and track and field athlete, Eldridge Massington, General Studies. Next, we have golf. This year, we did not have any seniors on the men's golf team, so we'll start with the women's golf team. Bronte Law, Sociology. Hadass Libman, Psychology. Allison Lee, Communication Studies. Next, we have Gymnastics. Angela Cipra, Sociology. Michaela Gerber, Psychology. Christine Lee, Sociology. Hallie Mosette, Sociology. Maddie Larson, Psychology. Alexandra Waller, Sociology. Jordan Weber, Psychology. Next, we have rowing. Hannah Elder, History. Marie Jacquette, Anthropology. Caroline Williams, Sociology. Up next is men's soccer. Abdullah Adam, Geography and Environmental Studies. Michael Amick, Biochemistry. Brian Alaski, Economics. Felix Vobeda, Psychology. Gage Zerboni, English. Brian Perk, History. Javin Torrey Howell, English. From women's soccer, Alyssa Alarab, Political Science. Anna Alvarado, Political Science. Siri Ervik, sociology. Zoe Goralski, physical science. Darian Jenkins, English. Lauren Caskey, political science. Gabrielle Miranda, psychobiology. Claire Winter, sociology. Next up, we have softball. Gabrielle Maurice, political science. Paige McDuffie, sociology. Delaney Spalding, political science. Robin Koruth, sociology. Next, swimming and diving. Catherine Campbell, sociology. Emily Hammond, business economics. Nina Hayes, sociology. Annika Lenz, psychobiology. Linnea Mack, geography. Michaela Merlahan, sociology. Savannah Steffen, sociology. Hayden Walker, political science. Madison White, political science. Brigitta Winkler, geography and environmental studies. Danielle Repper, psychology. Next, we have men's tennis. Gage Breimer, sociology. Joseph DiGiulio, political science. Michael Guzman, political science and communication studies. Travis Martin, political science. Nishant Yamani, political science. And now for women's tennis. Alejandra Glover, anthropology. Our next team is cross country and track and field, men's. Jonah Diaz, geography. Richard Ho, economics. Austin O'Neill, sociology. Cody Crampton, political science. Brahim Days, history. Jonathan Moniz, political science. Sage Stone, sociology. Riley Turner, political science. And now for women's cross country and track and field. Zabri Hari, political science. Tori Owers, business economics. Monique Van, sociology. Next, we have volleyball and beach volleyball. We will start with men's volleyball. Jackson Bantle, geography and environmental studies. Michael Fisher, political science. Hagen Smith, geography and environmental studies. Mitchell Stahl, political science. And now beach volleyball. Camila Tan, psychology. Natalie Miller, linguistics and psychology. Now we have women's volleyball, but our first women's volleyball player is also beach volleyball and indoor volleyball, and that's Jordan Anderson, sociology. Ryan Chandler, sociology. Claire Felix, sociology. Jenny Frager, sociology. And last but not least, our water polo teams. Starting with men's water polo. Jesse Camus, English. Matthew Farmer, psychobiology. Patrick Fellner, Geography. Joy Fuentes, Political Science. Jack Grover, History. Maxwell Irving, Political Science. Elliot Ordway, Geography and Environmental Studies. Chancellor Ramirez, Geography. Ryder Roberts, Geography. James Robinson, Political Science. Alexander Ruzic, Geography and Environmental Studies. And now for women's water polo. Mackenzie Barr, Geography. Rachel Fatal, History. Cody-Ann Hill, Psychology. Aubrey Monahan, Economics. Kelsey O'Brien, Geography. Alexa Tillman, Sociology. Elise Williams, Psychology. Alicia Schilling, History. Let's have a big round of applause for our student athletes receiving their academic medals this evening. Now is the time where I'm going to share a little story with you. I'm not even going to look at the people behind me because they've heard this story 1,000 times from me, but I don't care because I love this story. I love this story so much that I say it at every graduation, and since this is a graduation, I'm going to say it. The story is called The Mayonnaise Jar and Two Beers. When things in your life seem almost too much to handle, when 24 hours in a day are not enough, remember the mayonnaise jar and the two beers. A professor stood before his philosophy class and had some items in front of him. When the class began, he wordlessly picked up a very large and empty mayonnaise jar and proceeded to fill it with golf balls. He then asked the students if the jar was full. They agreed that it was. The professor then picked up a box of pebbles and poured them into the jar. He shook the jar lightly. The pebbles rolled into the open areas between the golf balls. He then asked the students again if the jar was full. They agreed it was. The professor next picked up a box of sand and poured it into the jar. Of course, the sand filled up everything else. He asked once more if the jar was full. The students responded with a unanimous yes. The professor then produced 2 beers from under the table and poured the entire contents into the jar, effectively filling the empty spaces between the sand. Of course, the students laughed. "Now," said the professor as the laughter subsided, "I want you to recognize that this jar represents your life. The golf balls are the important things: your family, your children, your health, your friends, and your favorite passions. And if everything else was lost and only they remained, your life would still be full. The pebbles are the other things that matter, like your job, your house, and your car. The sand is everything else, the small stuff. If you put the sand into the jar first," he continued, "there is no room for the pebbles or the golf balls. The same goes for life. If you spend all your time and energy on the small stuff, you will never have room for the things that are important to you. Pay attention to the things that are critical to your happiness. Spend time with your children. Spend time with your parents. Visit with your grandparents. Take time to get medical checkups. Take your spouse out to dinner. Play another 18 holes of golf. There will always be time to clean the house and fix the disposal. Take care of the golf balls first, the things that really matter. Set your priorities. The rest is just sand." Now, one of the students raised her hand and inquired what the beer represented. The professor smiled and said, "Well, I'm glad you asked. The beer just shows that no matter how full your life may seem, there's always room for a couple beers with a friend." We said a couple. Bruins, you have come a long way. And with the help of some of your parents, we're going to show you just how far some of you have come. Take a look at the big screen.
I hope when you take that jump, you don't fear the fall. I hope when the water rises, you build a wall. I hope when the crowd screams out, screaming your name. I hope if everybody runs, you choose to stay.
Take the pain.
I hope when the moment comes, you'll say,
I did it all. I did it all. I owned every second that this world could give. I saw so many places, the things that I did, yeah, with every broken bone, I swear I lived. I hope that you spend your days, but they all add up. And when the sun goes down, hope you raise your cup. I wish that joy and all your pain, but until my moment comes, I'll say I did it all. I did it all. I owned every second that this world could give. Saw so many places, the things that I did with every
Whatever you wanna do, I'll be here right next to you. No matter what comes your way, I know it'll be okay. Whatever you wanna do, I'll be here right next to you. No matter what comes your way, I hope that you can say I did it all. I did it all. I owned every second that this world could give. I saw so many places, the things that I did. With every broken bone, I swear I lived. Oh, I swear I lived. I lived, I lived. Oh, I did it all. I did it all. I did it all. Oh, I swear I lived.
Hope when the water rises, you built a wall. Hope when the crowd screams out, screaming your name. Hope if everybody runs, you choose to stay. Hope that you fall in love and it hurts so bad. The only way you can know, you give it all you had. And I hope that you don't suffer, but take the pain. Hope when the moment comes, you'll say, I did it all. I did it all. I owned every second that this world could give. I saw so many places, the things that I did. There was every broken bone, I swear I lived. Hope that you spend your days, but they all add up. And when that sun goes down, hope you raise your cup. Oh, I wish that I could witness all your joy and all your pain. But until my moment comes, I'll say, I did it all. I did it all. I owned every second that this world could give. I saw so many places, the things that I did. There was every broken bone, I swear I lived. I swear I lived. Every broken bone, I swear I did it all. I did it all. I owned every second that this world could give. I saw so many places, the things that I did. There was every broken bone, I swear I lived. I swear I
So around this time of year, if you hear all that laughter coming out of my office, that's because your parents send the pictures and I get to see them for the first time. And sometimes they forget to put a name on them, but I mean, come on, Jayon Brown, seriously, I knew that was you right away. Okay, at this time, I would like to have our student athletes all stand up. You have now received your academic medal showing that you are a graduating student athlete. Wear it proudly at all the other graduation ceremonies, and later on, display it somewhere proudly. You have earned it. You have accomplished so much at one of the toughest academic institutions in the nation with one of the best athletic programs around. You are a UCLA student athlete and a soon-to-be college graduate. Please turn around. Student athletes, face your families. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the UCLA Athletics 2017 graduating class. Now, a couple things before we end this. Student athletes, what we're going to ask when you exit, we're going to have you exit over to the bleachers over there so we can do one big group picture. Parents, I know you're super excited to see them, but if we can just get them over there for that big group picture, then we'll all come back for hugs and kisses and all that good stuff. But before we do that, I need a student athlete to come up here and lead us in an A clap. Come on up.
All right. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. UCLA, fight, fight, fight.
That's how we do it. Thank you, everyone.
At night we name every star. We know where we are. We know who we are, who we are. Away, away, we set a course to find a brand new island everywhere we roll. Away, away, we keep our island in our mind. And when it's time to find home, we know the way. Of our elders in a never-ending chain. Away, away, we know the way.
Met with some friends, left some friends at an after party. I was faded, taken and jaded, I've been broken before. I'll never forget the first time that you saw me, with doubt in my eyes and a feeling I couldn't ignore. Met with some friends at that after party. Pretend not to notice, but that'd be hard to do. We talked and it clicked, familiar but still no feeling. The tides were pushed back, conversation flew. But I can't know what my life would be without start to think about it all the time. And I can't know, will my life be more without you? A pulling heart can sink the strongest mind, and I'm overboard. That you'd cause. If only I'd known everything that you put me through. I wish I hadn't given all these feelings. You drive me crazy, you break my heart in two. But I can't know what my life would be without you. I start to think about it all the time. And I can't know, will my life be more without you? A pulling heart can sink the strongest mind, and I'm overboard.